And good afternoon, Warrior fans, baseball fans around the state of Louisiana. Welcome back. It is opening day here in 2025. Grace Christian Baseball. We're going to be here all season long. A lot of baseball on 446 Sports, a lot of softball that's out here as well. We'll have Ash baseball for you. That starts this week. And Menard baseball starts tonight. We'll have Menard softball. We'll have some Grant softball, some Tioga softball, and who knows what else we'll have around the way. A little bit of the homeschool ASL group will have as well. But settle in for some Grace Christian baseball. You see the Tigers of Oberlin. They are opening day opponent 2025. They're exchanging lineup cards there at home plate. We didn't receive ours, so we will keep up with the lineups as best we can going along for the Warriors. I don't have anything for Oberlin, but we'll do our best to get that fixed after tonight on there. But I am Doug Gameday of 446 Sports. Welcome, my broadcast partner and cameraman and switcher and all of the above, Chuck Perkins. Chuck, welcome back to Merrill Blackburn Field here.
We'll just simplify it as calling it the button pusher because I do more than just technology button pushing. I do
Absolutely,
know for
that's
certain.
right. There's one. We're early in, not even the first pitch, and we got the first one out of the way. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But it is good to be back here at Merrill Blackburn Field. Chilly afternoon, though, of baseball for this 5 o'clock start, but really wouldn't want to be anywhere else than a baseball field.
Gotta love it because when you work for a great CEO like with 446 Sports and the guy that runs this business and has such a great concept of what it is, he provides you with some nice gear.
Right, we did,
that
yes.
keeps us warm and
Courtesy
nice.
of BU Designs, we've got a pretty good partnership. I worked out a decent deal with that group, that company.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's right. That's right. So we will, yeah.
We need to work out something with some food delivery service too.
Absolutely. Great season. Warriors looking to build off of that semifinal run last year. It seems like every year but 19 they were down there in Sulphur, that state championship in 2017. A couple of signees. Folks are gone, but you lose Cody Davis, Seth Cook from a year ago. Jack Powell is gone, and they'll look to replace those. They got a little bit younger this year. Just a couple of seniors, I believe, out there. Canyon Wright, of course, one of those, and just gotten bigger. But one of the young ones that we saw was Brady McDaniel, who just came in and as a 7th grader was swinging the bat and hitting the ball. He's a freshman now, topping out right at 6 foot, 200 pounds. And so it's amazing. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer now, and we'll get things started here from Merrill Blackburn Field on a beautiful, blustery February afternoon for baseball. There you have our national anthem out here, getting things started. You know that it is time for baseball. Baseball at the Burn. It is Oberlin Tigers come in. They will do battle with the homestanding Grace Christian Warriors. Get Chuck back in here. Chuck, different different team that you'll see out there this year. We'll try to get an eye on who is out and around. Expect Adelise to go out to shortstop. Canyon more than likely will go to first base. If I had to guess, Markle will be on the hill, but we'll see about that.
Yes,
That's Logan that's going out to the mound. And heard Courtwright found his way to the infield. Coach Brown said he might be the best infielder out there. So we will see. Our buddy Braden Wells is no longer out here in right field. He is behind the dish covering for Cody Davis, who is gone and away. Talon Ebnet I see in center field. And so we'll have to get things over. Is that that may be, yeah, that's Canyon over at third base now. So Brady McDaniel is over at first. Just not, I mean, he looks like the size of Canyon over there. My goodness, what an offseason it's been. And this is a pretty solid looking infield as I look around and see it, Chuck.
Yeah, they're filled out nicely, Doug. And even on the field, they look good out there.
You get a good look at the freshman McDaniel right there. Boy, he's going to be one to look at. I talked to him before the game, and I said, "Man, are you a senior?" He said, "I wish." And you know, last year, 2 years ago, when he was on the show for the first time, and we got him out here, he was, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And now I asked him, I said, "Are you a senior?" "No, sir." It's like, oh my goodness, boy, when they grow up, huh?
They grow up fast. It's kind of like weeds, you know. They just once they start, there they go.
There you see the throwdown coming in. It is to Adelise, flips it back to Coop, and we'll just about get things going here. We are in the top of the first. You see that down in the left-hand corner, your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard as scores come around throughout the season. We will keep that up there. Premier RV and Storage, our title sponsor for Grace Christian Baseball. Explore Alexandria Pineville, our title sponsor for everything that we do. Markle delivers the first pitch at 5:01, and it is in there for strike one.
Like you said, you got a little wind blowing out here, and don't let the fancy cameras that we have create such a great scene confuse you. But there is definitely some overcast in the sky today.
There is. Logan rocks back and delivers that one quickly, 0-2. Nobody down, leadoff hitter for 2025. Warriors have had some success in the jamborees and scrimmages and anxious to get out here for everyday play and begin their trek to Sulphur. Hopefully, once again, Markle steps off. The big lefty. Well, Rockback was dominant last year and can only expect that that's going to continue this season. Rocks back, delivers this one. The off-speed stuff's taken back to the fence.
And Doug, you had mentioned something about putting a camera back there. Again,
it'd have been knocked out. That's what would have happened to it. Markle stares in over that, kind of Randy Johnson-esque as he peers in over the top of the glove. Rocks back, delivers this one in the dirt, ball one.
Durf.
Indeed.
I do remember you calling it that before.
That's right. That's that dirt area that's around there, out of that freshly cut grass. I walked out here today and I said, "Man, that grass is high on the infield." He said, "Well, we just cut it Saturday."
Huh.
That one misses low with a fastball, ball two. Evens things up at 2-2 strikes. Don't forget Menard and St. Mary's set to do battle. St. Mary's, one of our teams during football season. Right down to pipe, strike three, and it is gone. First out recorded by Markle. Steps back, delivers. Boy, he is just firing away the fastballs. Glad you're joining us for another season of baseball. Hopefully it warms up a little for us. It will. We'll be complaining about how hot it is before it's over with. Strike two, 0-2 the count here to the number 2 hole hitter. We'll take a look in between innings and see if we get an updated roster. That one just misses low for ball one. Saw Markle throw that good curveball for an out. He's pounded just a lot of fastballs so far to start 2025. Tries to blow that one right by that young man and unable to do so. Let's check and see if we've got anything here so we're not just having to call him that young man. Steps back, does Markle, delivers this one. Just took the top off of the strike zone there for ball 2. Call that a Santa Claus fastball, Chuck. It was just up on the rooftop of it.
Ah, click, click, click.
Markle, 2-2. Tries to throw that curveball, leaves it way up high. And it is filled up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, you see all of that down there on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Fastball misses there, and that puts a runner over at first base. This is one thing that we saw a little bit of with Markle last year. Would get a strikeout, walk a hitter, and he was able to wriggle out of things because the strikeout was so prevalent for the young man. He's got his first look at a runner on first base. You got to be careful because Markle will go over there and get you. That one in there, strike 1. And so if you are that runner at first, the only chance that you have, if you want to make it, is to go first move. And I just don't know that that you want to do that against the young lefty.
A bit early to know what that first move is right now, I believe.
That's not his good one either. That's he draws that one out just a little bit to make you think about it, but and try to gauge what it is. Because, again, as going against the lefty of his caliber, the only way you're going to do it is to guess right and go. Swung through that big fastball there, strike 1. Correction, that is strike 2, 0-2. Struck out the first hitter, walked the young man that's over at first base, and now set to deliver the 0-2. Swung right through that, and 2 strikeouts on the afternoon thus far. Second out of the inning.
Doing fine work so far.
Yes, he's up there and dealing, and that's what you want to send your dude out there to start things off. Boy, Chuck reaching at the wrong buttons over here.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong slide. I was trying to turn the knob so I get a little more in my ear. Huh?
Yet he goes out onto the volume one. I see what you did there. Good throw over to first again. McDaniel will get it back over to Logan, and we'll reset things. You get a good look inside there at our pitcher cam at the lefty dealing in to Braden Wells. Braden Wells, the new catcher for the Warriors this season. Slide step. And see, Chuck, if you'll notice, he adjusts the way that he goes to home. He's went 2 different moves to first and 2 different moves to home. If you're trying to guess which pitch to go on, good luck.
Got to keep them guessing.
Markle stares in now. And again, that's the 3rd different move.
Yep.
By holding that leg up a little, and the one prior to that was the slide step.
Because he held that leg up and went to first early on.
And yeah, indeed, and that's the move that he likes to vary and go over, but then he'll do a snap throw also. Markle looks in and delivers this. Kind of normal. That's popped over into right field and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 strikeouts on the young season for Logan Markle. Infield playing back, of course, trying to catch something, catch a little bloop perhaps. That one gets away from Wells but bounces right back, and that's one thing about the area here behind the backstop is that there is no area back behind the backstop, and that's got some folks as well.
Umpire's on a knee back there. Must have called him off.
No, he's tying a shoe, I think, is all. Well, he's going to check on him, so maybe it did, but I didn't see how it would come under and hit that fence. Maybe it got him on the ankle or the shin area.
Maybe he was down there saying a prayer. Thankfully, it didn't hit him.
Right.
That's a very good possibility.
Quite right, letting folks know that there are 2 outs here. Back to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Markle staring at first and now looking home. Delivers a little bit of an off-speed pitch just out of the strike zone. And once again, runs the count full. Go ahead.
As Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside.
Rest his soul, passed away over the off season.
Did indeed.
One of the great ones. Markle, the 3-2 delivery. Snap throw over to first. You know right there, Chuck, he's trying to catch him moving on the first pitch, because 3-2 with 2 outs, you like to get the runners going to give him an extra break and maybe get first to third on a routine single that you wouldn't normally do it on. Markle once again will ready himself for the full count delivery. Steps back, runner is off and running. That one fouled back and out of play. Seems like every foul ball here finds glass somehow.
My goodness.
Good piece of hitting to foul off that pitch.
Did you know that glass is not a solid?
Too early, Chuck.
No, it's not
No,
a joke,
I know.
this time.
Markle, the 3-2 delivery, snap back over to first, not in time. No, it's just a compressed gas, isn't it?
It's actually a very slow-moving liquid. I mean, very slow, but kind of like my thought process sometimes.
Kinda. Once again, Markle stares in, delivers this one up high, and he's walked 2 and struck out 2. And runners at first and second. Cool day like this, you want to go ahead and get out of it. That's a good-sized hitter that's in there. Again, for Oberlin, we don't have the lineup for those guys. McDaniel will get behind the runner there and not hold him on, trying to protect for a double down the line. If they're going to hit Markle, it's going to be away. You got to believe this side of the field is going to be looking for it. Ball 1 low. Again, you see our Sadler's towing scrolling ticker down at the bottom of it, full of all kinds of wisdom, if you will.
Thank you.
Now you see Epnet, who has shifted over to this side of it. He, of course, is thinking they're not going to pull. That one's lifted high. Brady coming up under it. McDaniel calling everybody off, and he's got it, and that's a fly ball out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on for Oberlin. Due up the Warriors in the bottom half of the first when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new friend.
Back to live action we go. First look at the Warriors at the plate this season. And, well, you see Firehouse Subs right there as that spot that came into it. Brand new sponsor for us here, and they've been a blessing to us. Because of them, we are expanding into the Lafayette area in the fall. We will start covering a lot more Acadiana area football, not just Acadiana football. We may feature them, but they do their own stuff. But there are a lot of schools around that area, and we'll go down there and have a coaches show on Tuesday nights beginning August the 19th. Also trying to work out to do some ASL football down in Lafayette on Saturday nights. So Lafayette, we're coming. We're on the way, and we owe it all to all of you guys, the near 10,000 followers that we have on Facebook. If you're new to us and haven't followed, we invite you to go along and do that. Just click it up at the top of the screen. Doesn't cost you anything. If you happen to be watching it on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe, and that's what gets our video in front of more people.
Got a saying from an old show that I'm going to adjust just a little bit for what we're doing.
Okay.
Have interest, we'll travel.
That's right. Yeah, that's we're working out a lot of things. There's some opportunities down in Southwest Louisiana and Lake Charles, and up in Northeast in the Monroe area. There's some opportunities here. Logan Markle will lead things off. Good to see that young man. If you'll remember last year, he was not in the hitting. He would get DH for a lot. He was a pitcher only. Came on hitting the ball well towards the end of the season. And there you get, let's get those runners off the bases there. Don't give the Warriors anything they don't have just yet, and get the outs cleared too for you. How about that? Everybody now can rest easy without giving old Doug the business. Rocks back and fires this when Markle watches it go up high. Ball one.
I noticed, from football to basketball, your announcing skills are very, very similar. You're having to go really fast.
That gets Markle in the top shoulder there. That's where his pitching arm, too. Doesn't like that, but will make his way down to first base.
But when baseball comes around, we're able to slow down a little bit, talk, and think it through, maybe? Dare I say that?
Well, it's just a different game completely. Let's get him over to first base, clear that and that.
The pace of the game is definitely different.
Indeed it is. Maddox Adelise will stand in there looking for a big, big year out of the Warriors shortstop, and you'll see him come in. He was a closer a lot last year. Watches that one go up high for ball one. So I don't know that young man from the Tigers has found the strike zone yet. Went high on the first pitch to Markle, went high and tied on pitch number 2, and now has went up and out of the zone to the first one from Adelise. Yeah, baseball, Chuck, is a little bit more of a storytelling. You've got some downtime in between pitches and such. Pencil bat doesn't swing, and that gets Markle down to second base on the stolen base. And ball 2. We talked to Coach Brown earlier about this Oberlin team. They returned some good folks as well, so we expecting to see a good one when they get settled in and going. But a cold afternoon, wind blowing, that takes you a minute to get adjusted. Markle with a good lead. That one misses up and tries to curve back over, but it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I forgot about the pencil bat. That's kind of an icon out here.
Kind of like that. 3-0 count. You know that Adelise, he and Canyon, about the only two that may have the green light. Adelise takes it. He was taken all the way. Watches that one go right down the middle. 3 balls and a strike. First strike that is thrown, and you're about 6 pitches into this one. Markle out at second base following the hit by pitch. There's a 3-1, misses low to Adelise, and he'll find his way down to first base as well. And you see runners at first and second. And big time Canyon Wright with his first appearance. The third baseman now. Canyon likes to come see us with a fastball every now and then.
Usually some shades too.
Led the Warriors in hitting. Yeah, it's a little overcast for that. Big high leg kick. Takes that one in there for strike 1. Going to National Park College. Signed a couple of weeks ago. We were out there for that. That is up in Arkansas.
Wow.
And so he's excited. He said, I said, what was it about it? He said, it's just beautiful up there. And I said, okay, I get it. Well, he had an opportunity, almost pulled the trigger on that one. And I don't think that that was what he was expecting. He wasn't looking fastball. Thought he was going to get something up top, but it's 0-2 to the Warriors senior third baseman. Takes that one up and away.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase one. Patience is he.
Yes. I'm just trying to see where we parked to make sure we're okay. Got to hug the fence out here.
Indeed.
Runners at first and second. Canyon takes that one down low. And from an 0-2 count now evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first we play. Looking in is the Tiger right-hander. Misses that one low, and that'll get runners off and going. And just well read. So unable to really get a play on things. Mark that as a wild pitch, but that moves your runners up 90 feet, and Canyon's a base hit away from a couple of early RBI. Of course, you got to think, too, about an open base. Maybe you don't give him anything to hack at. Here's the delivery. Missed down low, and very patient at bat. Loads him up. And that's going to be Brady McDaniel that will stand in there for his first hack. That is a hit by pitch and 2 straight walks. Loads them up, Chuck.
Indeed it does.
You have to enunciate that.
Setting up for a possible station to station, right?
Right, I guess so. But I'd love to clean them up with one Brady McDaniel swing of the stick. You know, I don't know that last year's an 8th grader. We talked about it a lot. His home runs came on the road and didn't come out when we saw him. Boy, this might be one of those good. What are they really saying when we look at it? Also, don't forget, we'll have our player of the game tonight. We're going to award a player of the week also out here. We'll do that at our coaches show, which starts on Sunday, mind you, and then we'll have our Southern Air Cool play of the game also, thanks to our friends at Southern Air Heating and Cooling and Plumbing. They do electrical and generators and everything. Here comes the first pitch into McDaniel, misses up and away. Ball 1. Debuting our new after-inning line score this year, and we'll show you that when we come back out of the break. McDaniel watches that one go outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put him. RBI on the cusp for young McDaniel.
Hence the name, the after-inning line score.
That's correct. Or is it the pre-inning?
Oh, yeah.
Depends on,
Either way.
Taking all the way and takes that one right down the pipe. Got to dare say, if he gets a shot at that one again, he'll be hacking. Yeah, just quite a growth spurt. Young man up to 6 feet tall now. Hammers that one into the outfield. Going to be the first out of the game, but Markle is there tagging up, and we're going to have no play. They'll keep the runners at first and second, but that is the first RBI of the game. Keep the runners first and second. Tag him up, 1 out, and the Warriors strike first in this one. Cooper Courtright stands in there ready to go to work now. Let's give McDaniel the RBI. Cooper Courtright stands in ready to go. Long line of that family to wear number 42. Going all the way back through Cameron James and Carson Courtright. And I think the sister, Chloe, wears number 42 for softball off that state championship team.
How cool is that?
Takes that one up high, ball 2. They've got a lot of family that watch us all over the United States. So a big shout out wherever you're watching this one from. Had a lot of folks all over the place watching the ASOL action we did Friday and Saturday.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Appreciate those folks with ASOL.
Yeah, looking forward. They'll be back in April for their state championship baseball and softball, and you'll hear every pitch right here on 446 Sports.
That last weekend of April.
Ball 4 misses low, and that'll load them up once again. That should be Talon. Looks like Talon Epnet.
That's what I hear the announcer saying.
Ball 1 to him, so that's 5 straight following the sac fly. Warriors have a run, bases loaded, 1 out, no base hits in this inning. And that, Chuck, makes for a long game.
It does. Might have to stretch some
wires. We're fine.
Think so?
Well, yeah, we're good.
First inning.
Yeah, but if they keep going like this, there won't be many of them. There's the delivery inside. Beautiful curveball. Wow.
Very, very nice curveball.
That's one thing you change in high school. There's not a time limit. You play your 7 innings, or if there's a run rule in this one, or anyone. Another nasty curveball that and that's the first. We've saw 2 curveballs that have really hit. Look like this young man may have hit his stride. There you get a look at Adelise at third and big time at second base. Here's a delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Epnet not really a good at bat there.
Kind of leaning back on that swing. Not sure if he knew what was coming at him.
Well, after you watch 2 curveballs like that, B-Dub out there. Braden Wells will stand in. Got a chance to do something. That young man from Oberlin doing his best to try to wiggle out of this first inning jam. He's got them loaded up and had some trouble with the top part of the Warriors' order. Didn't give up a hit, but has walked some folks and hit a batter. And a sac fly. That's that curveball again that's in there. And I got to say, if he starts finding the zone with that one, Chuck, that's going to be pretty effective.
Yeah, he has definitely found the groove so far this inning.
Ground ball over to the right side, and the Tigers are going to get out of it. They give up a run in this one, but no hits. Warriors leave them loaded. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
We are back here, and Chuck, let's see if it worked. If it did, there you get a look at it. The Warriors lead this one 1-0. No hits, no errors, but they did get the run on the sac fly from who had that one? McDaniel. Brady McDaniel had the sac fly there, and get a look at it. Oberlin, their first game. The Warriors, their first game, and our first game of the season, and ready to bring you Grace Christian baseball throughout. They're probably 30 minutes away from first pitch out at Menard. One thing we do know is what's on the menu out there. They don't miss out telling us that. They had sliders.
I didn't even see his
pulled pork sliders today. Let's see what else he had. He sent it over to all of us. Pulled pork sliders, bacon, onion, and cheese sliders with sausage bread appetizer. That is not out here. That is that group that cook over at Menard for them. I tell you, we're doing Menard softball this year.
Definitely. Are they still out there on the perch on that one?
Yep.
They might have to reinforce it. They keep feeding them like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Nick, that was Chuck. That was
a heavy, wasn't it?
Oh, gosh. You're in mid-season form here, Chuck.
Already.
Markle had a good-looking inning in the first one. Delivers that one in there for strike 1.
I've been working hard, not hardly working.
Folks, bear with us.
Roar.
Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-0. Warriors lead this one. Top of the second. And again, center fielder Talon Epnet swings all the way over, but no need to, as that one is down on strikes. That is strikeout number 3 for Markle out of 6 batters he's faced. Struck out 3, now walked 2, and had a fly out to Brady. The big lefty rocks back and delivers this one. It's fouled off and out of play. Strike one. It's always good to talk to that young man. When you see players that they have that baseball IQ, and they come in, and he doesn't just pitch. He's a pitcher. He knows what he's doing and what he wants to do, and he is just throwing that fastball by this Oberlin team here early on. When he's in the strike zone, he's as deadly as anybody. Misses up and away trying for the chase, Chuck.
I was going to say, he's the one that has to get the ball back to me quick. I'm ready to throw it in there, or is it?
Well, Seth did that last year, but you see a little bit of that in Logan. Strike three, swung on and missed.
You see he's got that swagger in his step there. That's exactly what he's doing.
Well, and Seth was that way when he was here. He wanted that ball back from Cody just as quick as he could get it. Strikeout number 4, 2 in a row.
Got a big shift in the outfield, moved over to the right now.
Well, they do that because you got a left-handed hitter up there now, and expecting nobody to pull the fastball from Logan. Outer half, look, trying to get him to pull something, because if you're throwing outer half on this one, all you're able to do if you try to pull it is pop that up, and that's one that Adelise settles in under his shortstop. Misses away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on here, top of the second. 2 quick outs. Again, looking around the infield, it's right at third. Adelise at shortstop. Good-looking strike, outer half. Cooper Courtright at second base. Brady McDaniel over at first. Beat up behind the dish. And misses up and away, and that should fill it up. And it does. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
There he is over there at first.
Here you see McDaniel. Swung through that one, and Markle strikes out the side. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Back after this for a look at what we do here at 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community's spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Back we go to the bottom of the second. You see the Warriors lead this one 1-0, still via no hits on our we don't have a sponsor yet line score, but we're working on that one. So if you're out there and interested, we've got a couple of open spots for this, for Menard softball and for Ash baseball, Grant softball as well. So if you're out there and you'd like to have your name associated with that will be up throughout all of the innings, let us know. Bottom of the second we go. Colton Fields, number 15, will stand in there to lead off things here for the Warriors. I'm glad they played over the intercom. First one misses, ball 1.
Brandishing number 15 on his jersey.
That's right. Another one of those younger players. I believe I'll have to get some updates on some of these guys. Takes me a game or two to get to know them as we transition from basketball and football into baseball. Boy, it gets up on you quick. And a little bit earlier this year, too.
It is.
This is normally jamboree time. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Fields.
Struck the match by the lights on the poles out here in just a minute and let those lights up.
Rocks back and fires this 2-1 offering. Takes that curveball. on the lower part of the strike zone. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 Warriors lead it. You see it in the bottom left corner of your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. 2-2 offering on the way. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Steels. Drew Horn, number 11 there. Trying to get the top back up to Markle. Swung on there, strike 1. Warriors missed a golden opportunity there in the first by not capitalizing, left the bases loaded. Wow, that one finds the very tip top of the strike zone.
Heard some woes coming from somewhere.
Might have been my teeth chattering. That one missed away, ball 2. Evens it up at, or correction, that's ball 1. Yeah, ball 1. I got to get adjusted. So I'm in between things with my glasses of not seeing the corner of the screen and plate. Oh, not a great offering at it from Horn, but it does get away from the catcher, so they'll have to play it down at first, and the out is made there. Quickly 2 up, 2 down, 2 straight strikeouts. And back to the top of the Warrior order, and Logan Markle scored the game's only run. He was hit by a pitch, had a stolen base, and scored on that sac fly from BMAC. Rocks back, delivers this one now. Curveball misses up and away, ball 1. Bottom of the second, we play on here. Again, big thanks to our friends at Premier RV Storage. That's gonna plunk him again. Boy, in the majors, they'd be they'd be running out of the bullpens by now with that one after you hit your pitcher twice. They would have emptied the bullpens for sure. It's gonna bring hard-hitting Maddox Adelies up there.
I remember one team, I'm trying to remember who it was, but every time they got hit, they would, can't rub it, but you put dirt on it.
That's what they tell you early on, rub some dirt on it. That's the magic elixir. Rocks back and fires this. 2-out delivery here, misses up and away, ball 1. Boy, with the clouds in the way, you don't really get as good. Later on in the year, we'll get some good shots of that sunset that is over here. It's probably the best vantage point from one is where we're at. 1-0 delivery misses away, 2 balls and no strikes.
I think once that sun goes down a little bit more, we might get a little, with that clouds, we might get some nice shot, but we'll see. It's like you said, later on, it's going to get a lot better.
It is indeed. I'm just afraid when that last little bit of sun goes down, how much cooler it might be. 3 balls, no strikes. And this is not where you want to lose your train of thought, putting people on base in front of big-time Canyon right. There is Markle at first base talking to Coach Ladner following his second hit by pitch of the day. They tell you that leadoff hitter just find a way to get on, and he's done that. Let me get out of there. Back over to here where we're supposed to be. That one in there for a strike. Markle has yet to take off in advance. Thought he might have, but I think Brown wanting to get some things going here. That one bounces away. A good read on that. And he may have an opportunity to scoot on over to third, but he's not looking in. But the walk will force him down there. So no stolen base on it if you're scoring at home, but move runners to first and second for Kenyon Wright. So Adelies, base on balls in the first, and a base on balls in the second. Canyon walked back in the first, and we'll see what he's able to do here with 2 down in the bottom of the second. Still no hits for the Warriors, clinging to the 1-run lead. One misses lower way. Looks like they're finding more success up than they are low of the strike zone in this one.
Kind of got away from that nasty curve he was throwing for a little while now.
He did. You don't want to hang it in here because it'll go on top of the old YWCA building back there. And when misses away. You know, what do you want to do? Do you want to pitch around Canyon, or do you want to go into one of the young power hitters, one of the better young power hitters in the league in Senlaw, in Brady McDaniel?
Yes, that's true.
Right now, 2 balls and no strikes to Canyon. Bounces around, and that's a designed steal. So pick up stolen bases for Adelise and Markle. Second stolen base of the afternoon for Logan. And 3-0 count now to Canyon. But he's green lighting, you can believe that. Takes that one outside, and that'll load him up for BMAC. Same things have happened in the innings. Hit by pitch, walk, and walk. Brady McDaniel has the only RBI, which was a sac fly, but he won't get it this time. But there's going to be a pitching change here from Merrill Blackburn Field. We'll take a timeout with them and be right back. 1-0 Warriors lead this bottom of the second when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back to Grace Christian. Don't forget, coming up on March the 8th, it is Crawfish for a Cause fundraiser benefiting Fostering Community. They'll be out at Huckleberry Brewing Company this time. You can have you can dine in or take it out. It's boiled crawfish, 4 to 7. You have to buy it in advance, I believe. Sponsored by Louisiana Seafood. Nungesser, Lieutenant Governor Nungesser in that group. But it goes to a great, great cause. That's Fostering Community. You know, our producer, one of our helpers, Brett Stallsby, is big in that with his family, and Nick Magnano as well. And so it's something that's important to all of us here. So check out the Fostering Community there. And Crawfish for a Cause. They also have Pickle-Palooza, pickleball thing coming up. Yeah, check that out as well. There you see, big time going back to first base. It's up to Brady McDaniel again in this one. Has the one RBI on the night via the sac fly. Won't get a sac fly this time as there are 2 outs. You get a good look inside at the young McDaniel. Curveball misses low, and that's that curveball that we saw out of him that was pretty effective there for a bit. Still no hits. Warriors, bases loaded again. Left them loaded in the first, and boy, that'll just drive you crazy as a manager if you don't start capitalizing on that. Swung on and missed from McDaniel, strike 1.
Looked like he was swinging, I won't say heavy, like he couldn't handle it, but like heavy bat when he'd have made contact with it. It went far.
Well, he's got a lot of finish power with that bat. He bounces around, and again, just not a lot of room back there. Yeah. You've got to be so aggressive at it to get in there.
That shallow backstop. Doug sneezes. God bless you.
That's right, and swung through that one.
Glad you
for
turned
strike
your head
2. I turned my head and mute.
Thank you.
That's what I'm able to do when I'm controlling the button right there.
Ah.
trying to get out of this inning. This bases loaded jam. That one is low.
Need some biscuits, Doug.
For the jam, Chuck?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners from first and second will be off and going. Not really a lot of need for Merrill from third to go, but he'll get a little bit of a head start. And that hits Brady in the backside, so he's got another RBI out of the deal.
Tattoos him in the back pocket on the left-hand side there.
And Merrill has scored both runs on the afternoon. That's a hit by pitch, and that'll bring Cooper Courtright to the plate, who also walked back in that first inning.
Koopa.
Let's see. Didn't see that one.
Strike. I heard him. I didn't see where it was at, but
it's the game's first base hit. 1 run is coming in, and hustling around now is Canyon, and that is 2 RBI for Cooper Courtright in the game's first hit. Get runners at first and second now. Give the Warriors a couple of runs. Talon Epnet stands in ready to go. That's Cooper with 2 RBI and the first base hit of the game. Talon steps out. That one misses low.
right over his shoelaces, it looked like. Not afraid to take the seams on the skin.
1 ball, 1 strike here. That one misses inside down low. And it's a good piece of hitting there. And, you know, the good thing about leaving the bases loaded, that means you're getting a lot of base runners on. The bad thing about it is you're leaving them. But when you continue to get through innings like this, there's a good chance that you're going to leave a high number of base runners on. You just got to get some runs to go along with it.
Yeah, and your percentages are high that as the game goes on, those further innings, they're going to score more and more runs.
Indeed. Good-looking curveball to Talon. McDaniel at a second base. Courtright over at first. Has a couple RBI. There's 4 RBI between the 2 of those that are on base. Swinging through that one, and I guess I was off on the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
2-2, yep.
That's what he told me. Looking back at McDaniel, who's not threatening to go anywhere. That one misses outside, and he may just making him think about it a little bit. The speedy first baseman there. Just a good kid. We've seen him the last couple of years, and I guess as a 7th grader, he was doing some things for him too.
Indeed, he was.
Runners will be off and going, and they are. Ground ball over to third, but foul. And they'll do it all over again. 4-0. Warriors lead this one, bottom of the 2nd. 4-run lead before the Eagles.
Remind me, Doug, is it
Get
15
going.
after 3 and 10 after 5?
Well, the 15 after 3 is kind of an agreed upon thing, I
is it?
believe. That one misses low, and that'll load them up once again. That is a walk to Talon. Talon was a strikeout victim back in the first, so good to see him watching that one and getting on base. Braden Wells now in there. Prime opportunity if B. Wells can add to this. Looking for a base hit out of him. A little bit of speed out at second base. So if you can get base hit, there's a good chance he'll score because the runners are often going on contact with 2 down. And there is contact right by the third baseman. Score that a base hit, and we'll see. And it is base hit. Courtright was off and going, and that's 2 RBI there for Braden Wells. It's a base hit there, so Epnet will find his way to second base. Courtright comes all the way around to score, as does McDaniel. And that's a couple of more for the homestanding Grace Warriors here. So they race the runner at third. You've got runners at first and second there. And they are going to send a runner out for Wells to get him dressed. We'll see who that is.
22, 23 possibly?
I just don't have the Warriors roster. They didn't get it out to me today. But that'll get Wells an opportunity to get in there, and not much of a lead out at second as that one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Uh-oh, where'd we go, Chuck? There we are.
Lost my camera feed?
No. We just lost, I hit something and it took it off the screen. That one is in there for strike 1.
Didn't make sure I still had the camera feed.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
6-0 Warriors have played at 5 here in the bottom of the second. And just troubles there on the pitching staff for Oberlin.
Kind of getting a feeling that their pitching bench is not very deep.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of guys over there in the dugout right now either, with them being out in the field. Look like they've got about 13 or 14 on the roster is all. Good looking swing there, but straight back to the reason we don't have a camera back there.
Yes.
1 run in the first, 5 in the second. We'll see on our pre-inning line score if we caught up with everything. Right now there's 5 runs on 2 hits, no errors. That one misses away, and that'll load them back up. Drew Horn, so far the only Warrior who has not reached base, and we're just in the second inning. That one misses up high. 2 down. A lot of this damage has come with 2 outs, Chuck, and we saw the Warriors through the last several years do a lot of damage with 2 outs. Getting a good look, and that's that dusk sky that we talk about, the sun that sets here. Out towards the airport is where that's at, over in the left field side of it, looking straight away from where we are. And I'll put that view up with just about anyone that's out there. Good camera work by Chuck to do that, and the Horn stands in there after being a strikeout victim in the first inning. You hear the way the wind's blowing. There's a snap throw back to second, bouncing around, and that's going to chase Epnet home. A little bit delayed, it'll bounce in there, and he'll be safe at home, taking advantage of that throw back to second base. And so that's a steal of home for Talon, no RBI. And the Warriors add another one. 6 runs here in the bottom of the second. Makes it a 7-0 lead. That one there for the strike. Well, you're just trying to get something going. Or the kids from Oberlin, and you spin around, drop it, and hang on to it just a minute. And it's an opportunity. Oh, that strike inside at the knees.
Goodness.
Warriors not back home until next week, I guess, Chuck. We're back out here with them Monday and Tuesday, maybe. I'll have to look and see. Why wouldn't it be? Down on strikes is Horn for the second time, and that'll do it for the Warriors, but not before they pick up 6 runs on 2 hits. Leave the bases runners at first and second. That's right, because Epnet was able to get across on there. So after 2, the Warriors lead at 7-0. We'll be back right after this from Doug Young Nursery.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Top of the third, we play. See if we've got that updated correctly. No, we gotta give them a run. So we'll just pick up another one there. So you see it's 7-0. 7 runs on 2 hits. Warriors have left 5, but they'll take it. They've plated 7. Markle's first strike is across there. His first pitch is across for a strike. 0-1 the count. Another one quickly in there, and Markle just rolling right along, Chuck.
That one was in there for a strike. Nicely done. That one was just below the strike zone, but a beautiful pitch there by Markle. 1-2.
Markle dealing right now. That one in the top half punches him out, strike 3. And the first out here, let's clear these guys off the bases. There you go. And that's out number 1. Again, 7-0, the Warriors lead this one. There you get a look at Epnet, who stole home back in the second inning. We play top of the third here.
I wouldn't mind having a few of those ducks they left on the pond and steal those feathers and get some of that down stuff. Warm us up.
If you got to that's right. If you got to explain it that long, that's tough, though, Chuck.
I know.
So there you get a good look at Markle, who has got 5 strikeouts out of 6 outs on there, I think. Or is it? No, let's see. The head. Yeah. That's right. Now that I convinced myself of it.
Keeper of the book. I'm not looking at it.
No, and I don't look at it, true. I try to tell myself.
I don't know what they got going on down there.
It looks like they may be
switch up.
Pinch hitting. Yeah, anytime you go out there and see them take off the hat and talk to the official about it, yeah, they're.
Talk to upstairs, too, I guess.
One out in this one. In the top of the third, we play. Fouled back to that third base side.
Heard that hit that overhead there where all the Warriors fans and family
are bundled up.
Very much so. Don't see any space heaters yet.
No, it's early. But as warm as it was last week, we go from snow, that one misses inside, to the hottest day on record in February at 85, I guess it was. And now here we are bundled up in this one. Let's go out in the outfield, he said.
Yeah,
fouled straight back. Whose bright idea was that?
I got a brainchild running around here somewhere.
Right. Going to redo the 1-2 offering. 6 runs for the Warriors in the bottom of the second inning. Gives them that big 7-0 lead. Just 2 hits. Courtwright has 1. McDaniel has 1. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be the first one for Oberlin as they get a runner at first. First man to advance is there. Uh-oh, we lost. We did.
Sorry.
No, was that you or me?
That was me. Push wrong buttons.
That happens.
I do.
Second base runner or third base runner that Markle is loud. He actually had hit a couple of batters there, if I do recall, but the first base hit of the game. Looking to see who that guy is on the team that'll come in there and talk to that young man and settle him down. Expect someone from that right side of the infield, Canyon or Maddox, if need be.
Throw over the first. Not real, just keeping him in check.
As Buford said, it's just an attention getter.
Yeah. I don't want him to get too stiff out there in this cold weather.
Markle rocks back and delivers this one. Drifted out to where we are, and that's going to be back-to-back base hits. And runners now at first and second. So something brewing here against Logan. One down in this one, looking for a ground ball double play out of it if you're rooting on the white and green. Getting Menard baseball. Should be first pitch going on, so you can flip-flop between the two of them. Go to 446sports.com and look on the stream station, and you'll find out where everything's at there, or the school of your choice, or for that matter, baseball. That one lifted high and fouling out of play. Back over on that third base side and out there where the parking lot is and the buses, and stay away from the brown truck and the brown Tucson.
Please. Absolutely. Well, yeah. Yeah, go backwards. Don't come this way with it.
Markle looks around. Runners at first and second still here. The delivery is there. Bounces out of the hands of Wells, and runner going out, and there's going to be a shot to get him. He's going to be out by a couple of steps at third base. Beautiful work by B. Wells behind the dish, and that's just not knowing that backstop. Two down now. Good work there from Wells. That pitch was a ball as it went down low. But, I mean, if you're a runner and you don't know it, you don't have the opportunity to beat one unless you're really quick off and you read it before it hits that home plate area.
Yeah. And you don't play out here often like the Warriors do. You come in, and maybe that's a young guy that's never really played out here before, just forgot it.
That one misses away. Whole host of baseball this weekend coming up for you. We've got Ash Friday night against St. Fred's, and then a doubleheader on Saturday with them.
Bless your heart.
Right? Speaking of heart, that is Valentine's Day weekend on Friday night, so I see what you did there.
Yeah, and I was fixing to say, speaking of heart, where am I going to be?
I don't know. You're going to be with your wife on that day.
Oh, I
certainly believe that.
I'm glad you've called her and told her.
Brett will be in with us into the booth, so unless Chuck just loves baseball and wants to come out and watch it, come on.
I've never been to an Ash game.
Well, there you go. That one misses low. Never been to an Ash baseball game.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Been to a couple of Ash football games.
One or two.
3 balls, 2 strikes here. Top of the third. Two runners on. One erased by that good throw back in the back by B. Wells. Markle looks around, delivers this one. Ground ball over to Adelise. He's going to look the runner back now and fire across the way. That one bounces around, no good, and the runner's just now taking off, so he's not going to advance, and we're going to call that an error on the play.
He advances from second to third, but won't get it past third.
Correct. No, runner. So you got runners at first and third. And we're going to give the Warriors their first error of the game.
There he is, signaling like it's a full timeout in basketball.
Right. See what Markle's got up his sleeve to get out of this one. There's Wells signaling the infielder. If we only had a camera that would focus right in on that and stay there, Chuck.
Right. That's a great idea.
That's a
Doug.
great idea. It's a good look there at what's going on at home. Chuck able to just run camera tonight. I think he likes that a little bit.
Well, you know, whenever you when you go between
I understand.
multitasking everything and then back down to just one thing, yeah, it's like taking a nap almost.
Baseball allows you to do a little bit of different stuff. Don't forget, join us this Sunday for the Warrior Roundup. It's going to be at 5 o'clock out at Buffalo Wild Wings once again out there on MacArthur Drive. Love getting out there. Got new wings, smoky chipotle. That's that good move. Boy, just missed with that one. Those in green thought he had him. Of course, they're going to.
Base runner's back to third because I think he's looking for the.
He thought he was going first to third.
First to third, yeah.
Markle comes set now. The lanky left-hander delivers this one. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be an RBI base hit there. Bobbled around. Epnet's going to get it and come up. Firing to third. Got a chance. Good-looking throw from Talon, but not in time. And that is a single, but give them a hit. First run, single. He took second base on the throw. So now you've got runners at second and third. Good-looking throw from Talon out in center field. Had it squared up, but unable to get that. This coming with 2 outs in here. Markle hasn't had a strikeout in a few batters after striking out the side back in the second. We'll see if Brown's keeping an eye on the pitch count, too. It's a nifty fastball right down the pipe. Don't forget, Chuck, we'll have our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game as well coming up after this one tonight.
I'm afraid on this next break I might have to jump into my go to my truck and get some of those hand warmers in there.
Good grief, Chuck.
Yeah, that sounds like a Charlie Brown joke.
Right.
Not as heavy as I used to be, so don't have the natural insulation.
I can't say that. Markle looks in, delivers this one, and misses down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7-1. The Warriors lead it. A couple of base hits for Oberlin in this one. Again, misses low. And 3 balls and a strike here as we play in the top of the third.
Payoff pitch? Or the
3-1 pitch we'll take.
Yeah.
And that will load them back up. Good learning experience for the young man. We'll see if Brown's going to go out and talk to him. Don't know if he will just yet. He's going to take this opportunity to go out and visit with time called at home plate. I think what I need is warmer socks. That might be the.
Yeah. My toes are chilled a little bit.
Look, and was out in shorts and flip-flops today going into that big box store here in Alexandria. I was that dude, had the sweat top on and shorts and flip-flops. I was like, man, I look like that dude. And then I saw 2 or 3 other guys that were out in it as well. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not as crazy as I think I am. You see Coop coming back to get settled in at second base. Coach Brown going back to Ladner and that group. And we are set and ready to go. That one in there, strike 1. And that may be what you need. Just go out there and talk to him, clear his head just a little bit.
Knock the wickets out.
That one gets away, and they're, yeah, you better rethink that. They're going to have somebody hung up out at second base. You got to chunk that ball down there and get the out. Boy.
Yeah, you had a
You got to
lineman
throw
of
that
3
and take
players
the
there.
out. Yeah. Again, not wanting to throw it away and let the runner come in to score, but it's 7-1. You got to take that opportunity and go ahead and get the out, because they were going to have him, may have given up the run, but would have gotten out of the inning and away from these loaded bases. That one misses down low and gets behind Wells.
Good job of trying to sell it to the player to make him run a little bit, acting like he didn't see the ball.
Swung through that one, and that's going to do it for the inning. But Oberlin picks up 1 run on 2 hits. They leave them loaded. Going to the bottom of the third, Warriors lead this one 7-1 when we come back with this one from Premier RV and Boat Storage.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Good look at that night sky out here, and let's take a look at the box score in there. You see it's 7-1. Only 1 Warrior error on the night. 3 hits for the Tigers, 2 hits for the Warriors. The Warriors have stacked up 7 runs. Standing back in is Logan Markle, his 3rd time to bat here in this game, and we just played in the bottom of the 3rd, and he's been plunked twice, Chuck.
Yeah. Got to wonder if he's going to have a new nickname at school when he gets back there.
No, it's tough on a cold night like this to get hit. That one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. So nothing for Oberlin in the first or the second. Pickup run in the top of the 3rd. Warriors getting 1 in the bottom of the first 6 in the bottom of the second. We'll see what they're able to do here. Bottom 3 bounces around, nothing there. Looks like our friend Jimmy Zachary, Opelousas head coach, is resigning from Opelousas and will go take the head coaching job at Liberty Magnet. If you're catching that breaking news, that one lifted foul and out of play. Just it was a lot of fun to visit with head coach Jimmy Zachary while we were down in Opelousas. Had us some Mama's fried chicken down there, and gizzards and livers and all of those good things you probably shouldn't eat, but we did. Ball 4, and that's going to send Markle down to first base, the leadoff hitter for the Warriors for the 3rd straight inning, 3rd straight time he reaches. This time, though, it's 4 pitches, and it's not one in his britches.
Nicely.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
The cold is jiggling around in my head is what the problem is.
Pitching change is coming.
We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching Grace Christian Warrior Baseball on 446. Did I tell you? Check out our friends at Valex Federal Credit Union.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view, and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Taking a look around the field here, pitcher finishing up his warm-up pitches, and Maddox Adelise, who has walked both plate appearances. So no official at-bats for Maddox in this one, as he has walked a couple of times, scored a run. See if he can erase that 0 from his at-bat column here. Takes that one for a strike. It's a pencil bat reference. Have to remind Chuck about these things sometimes. Swung through that one, trying to drive it opposite field.
See if he can do some sharpening of his.
You can't force it, Chuck. It's just got to flow.
I know.
You were thinking about it too long.
I
Study
was.
long, study wrong.
That's like a gel pen. It's got to flow.
Oh, boy, that's a good-looking move over there to Merrill, and he's hung up out at second base now in a rundown. He's going to be out, and boy, it's just an ugly slide into first. And he's out there. Just buckled the knees. Not a good-looking slide. You got to go check out and make sure that young man is okay. But that'll be the first out of the inning. Score that 1-3-6-3-6-3 on the putout. If you're scoring at home, yeah. And let's erase that runner from there.
I have to go to a second line writing all those numbers.
Swung through that one, strikeout, and down to third it goes and around the horn. Kenyon Wright stands in there. He also doesn't have an official at bat today, as only a couple of Warriors have hit the ball. Bases low, bases empty for Kenyon. First time he's been up there without anybody on base. Merrill reached, was erased via the caught stealing, and then the strikeout to Maddox Adelise has us with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Pitching change. He's come in and he's a solid one. That's the one that Coach Brown told us about that really gets the ball over the plate. Big shout out, of course, to Explore Alexandria Pineville. So you think there's nothing to do in this area, check out our friends at explorealexandriapineville.com.
That one inside for a ball.
We'll have a look at what they've got going on.
lot going on in the central Louisiana area.
Indeed it is. A lot of sports. Look, go out and do that. Canyon gets into the hit column. Base hit there for the Warrior third baseman. His first hit of the night. He's 1 for 1 now with 2 outs. It's Brady McDaniel. McDaniel has 1 RBI on the night. He has 2 RBI on the night, actually. One misses low. Again, Grace Christian Warrior Baseball brought to you by Premier RV and Boat Storage. That one misses up high, and they've got some big things in the work to look forward to in this area also, so keep an eye out from those folks. Canyon at first, McDaniel at the plate. 2 down here, bottom 3. That one ripped back and foul. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. The Warriors scored the bulk of their runs in that second inning, Chuck, after 2 were already out as well. We'll see if they've got a little of that 2-out magic in them here. Try to at least get that run back. Daniel lifts that one up into the infield. Shortstop coming in on it, and he'll squeeze that one. So for the Warriors, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1 on in the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the top of the 4th. They still lead at 7-1 when we come back. We're back to Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. Excited to have you with us. If you're finding us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're on Facebook, give us a follow. We're nearing that 10,000 follower mark, and that's just a testament to you folks. Short ground ball there. Coop stays back on it, delivers it over to first, and in time for out number 1. Looked like that ball was going to stay up a little longer, just kind of died right there. You get a good look at Coop. He's got a couple RBI on the night, too. He's had himself a ball game here. Good to see Markle get that first out. Struggled a little bit in the 3rd, gave up the run. A couple of base hits, a couple of walks, and he fires that one in there for strike 1. Yeah, we're watching the meter drain on our power thingy there, seeing how that keeps that. They were unplugged tonight.
Ah, yes. Acoustic.
Got our own internet and our own power. What a concept. That swung on and missed there.
Some people don't believe we do that.
And some people indeed.
Sorry about that.
That's quite all right.
Got to throw it in there.
Right down the outside of the plate for the ball call there. Thought that was in there, and I think Logan did as well. Wells was ready to shoot it around the horn. That one misses outside, but it was right where Braden was set up. You saw him set up outer half of the plate, trying to get the Tiger hitter to chase from the left side. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Markle rocks back and delivers this one. Goes inside with it, inside, outside, inside, outside. And that was ball 4. Well, I had it off again. The scoreboard did too. But runner down at first, and that's been the MO for Markle tonight. He's struck a bunch out and he's walked a bunch tonight. If he can just dial in that command, that one twisted back and foul. 0-1. That I know.
I wonder if we'll see our good buddy Ben McLaughlin out here umpiring this time.
I don't know if he'll be back out here.
With his new position.
Now that he's head coach of the Louisiana Christian Wildcats, he may not be doing that. Yeah, so a big shout out to our friend, Coach Ben McLaughlin. Had a big haul in recruiting signings. A lot of Central Louisiana athletes and a lot of Louisianimals, they call them.
Yes.
These athletes that slip through the cracks are all coming to Pineville to play football for Coach Ben McLaughlin, and it should be a lot of fun. I think 3 or 4 from Grant went over there and signed. A couple from Alexandria made their way over also.
So it looked like he picked up one from Edna Carr, too, just recently.
He got 2 defensive ends from Edna Carr, yeah. That one misses low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So things on the rise for the Louisiana Christian University Wildcats and Coach Ben McLaughlin. Swung through that one, strike 3, down on strikes, and that's 2 outs here.
Got to ask you, Doug, speaking of the next level stuff, but go one beyond that.
Shoot.
How did your Super Bowl turn out for you?
Well, I was going for the Chiefs, and so, but I really had no dog in the race, I guess, if you'd say. But, that one lifted up, and I'll explain. So, okay, McDaniel nearing over there and thought he had it. But I should have been going for the Eagles because they beat the Cowboys this year, and anybody that beats the Cowboys, I'm a fan of.
Well, I thought everybody beat the Cowboys.
A lot of folks indeed. That's right. Atta boy, Chuck.
I didn't know that they won a game, honestly.
Yeah, they
Maybe
won a couple.
Beat the Saints, huh?
Look, who didn't?
Yeah.
But looking at, the rumor is so strong about Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, coming down to coach the Saints.
Wow.
Would love to see that. That one misses inside. Maybe he is already, and while we've been out here, I don't get any updates from it. But I think that would be a huge hire for New Orleans to pick up Kellen Moore.
Well, one of our updaters is over at Menard right now.
That's true. That
calling that game.
The question was, they started an hour later than we did. Who would finish first? That one twisted foul and out of play.
That's a good question. I will say that on my way home, I believe I will be going by the official sandwich shop, 446 Sports, and grab me a bite to eat.
There you go. Tell him you heard about them on 446 Sports.
That's Firehouse.
Well, that and that jacket and all of that might give it away.
Yeah, this is true.
That one misses down low.
Peel off one layer, and there's another 446 Sports layer you'll see.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Runner over at first base walked. That's how he's there. That one ground over to Adley. He's on a little flip. No, he's going to go the long way to first at end time, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. There's 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back, and this from Southern Air.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
We're back here. Grace Christian leads this one 7-1. We go to the bottom of the fourth. You like to see the Warriors pick up a few right here and put some pressure on in the top of the fifth. So I told you we're going down to Lafayette in the fall, Chuck. Is that that's going to be fun. Tuesday nights will be the Pelican Sports Report, 7 p.m. from Firehouse Sub on College Saloon in Lafayette, and we'll visit with different high schools that are playing football around the Acadiana area, and very excited about my co-host in that one. Jordan Taylor from Under the Lights is going to come in. I said very excited about it. Check. Oh, wow. No, I can't. Look,
Wow.
Miss Chuck won't let you get out the house that much, I got to believe. Miss Chuck won't let you get out. Well, I was going to call her Miss 446 Sports, but that would be, that's not. So Miss
Executive Producer.
That's right. Miss EP.
Yeah.
That one lifted high and down the line. Coming up, making a run for it. It's going to drop, and that's a base hit for Courtright. Probably not a smash, but what do they tell you? Hit them where they ain't.
That's right. Get on base.
That's correct. Talon Epnet will stand in there ready to go to work. But, again, big shout-out to my buddy Jordan Taylor, who is watching tonight and just knows all about that Acadiana area. And we're excited to have Under the Lights Jordan Taylor joining us on 446 Sports just for Tuesday. Now, he's going to continue to do all of his amazing stuff. Their Wednesday show, their Friday recap, their Sunday shows. Goodness, he's on there more than we are. That one popped back and foul and out of play, but excited to have that young man as we make the move. Also, we're going to do some ASOL football, working on a Saturday night game of the week.
Wow.
Down there. Just finished up doing the state championships for basketball. We do all of their state championships up here. Track and field, not far away. They'll do that at Tioga. They do a lot of their stuff out at Tioga. And we're working on baseball and softball. That'll be the 25th and 26th of April. Back to action. Here we go. Epnet squaring around the bunt. Instead does that little slash, and he is going to take that for strike two.
Tioga has some great facilities out there, and they do a good job. They have some extra monies that come in to help them keep those facilities up and top-notch. So, yeah.
Played in the junior high and the high school this past weekend, did the ASOL basketball championships. Congratulations to the team from Alexandria that won. Another good move over to first base. The team from Alexandria won the Division II boys championship. Bishop Noland out of Lake Charles won the Division I boys championship. The CHA Northeast Flame out of Shreveport won the girls championship. I think they won the junior varsity championship as well.
I think they did.
I think they did. So there you have. There you have all of that. You're up to it. You can find that at theasol.org or ASOL Athletics on Facebook. Swung on and missed. And down on strike goes Epnet.
And I will have to say, Doug, for all those championship games, 446 Sports was able to present a MVP award from BU Designs to the most valuable player of each of those games.
We did. Keep an eye out each week at our coaches show at Buffalo Wild Wings when we'll have a Player of the Week plaque for each of the teams that are represented there. We'll do that. Looking forward to that. That one is lifted to center field, going to drop there, and that will chase That will chase Courtright back to first, so had a good shot at it, did Wells, but it's just going to be a long out. To reiterate, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but Opelousas head coach Jimmy Zachary off to Liberty Magnet, and as good a dude as you'll find. That one ducked under, and ball one. Chuck, how do you keep up with the scoreboard and all of that when you're doing the buttons, too? Goodness gracious.
It's a bit, isn't it?
It's a bit. That is Thiels that stands in there. A couple of strikeouts on the night for that young man in his first varsity action as a Warrior. Courtright diving back in. And that young man that's on the hill, pretty good move. A lot of coaching changes around the area this year in the offseason. New coach at Pineville High School in Justin Charles. Dan Chrisman moves up from AD to head coach there.
Is that a move up or a move down?
It's a lateral. I don't know.
How about an absorption? How about
there
that?
You go. That one misses inside.
He was
2 balls and a strike.
He was an assistant also on staff and AD, so.
I think he moved up from offensive line coach to head coach, right?
I think he had receivers, actually.
Okay. That makes sense. That one bounces away, and that's going to get Courtright down to second without a throw in 3 balls and a strike. So the opportunity down in Lafayette is there, and we're in talks as well to do some stuff down in that Lake Charles area. We're talking with a couple of our sponsors that would like us down there, and there's even an opportunity up in the northeast part of the state too. So we're certainly proud, and that's some news that I don't think my buddy Jordan even knows about. I haven't talked to him since I found that out.
Might be a fair piece for him to drive.
Yeah, we're going to keep him down in Lake Charles and Lafayette, giving us that wisdom and insight there for that young man.
Making those connections that he has, just bringing them on to these airwaves too. Give those schools and athletes a chance to have even more exposure.
That's right. This is Horn. He'll stand in there. Runners at first and second. Not really had a productive night at the plate, but is hanging on to that left field role. Watches that one right down the middle for strike one. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Bottom of the 4th we play. Well, you'd like to get it back to the top of the order and see if there's a chance to put some runs together. And you'd like to, with the lead like it is, you'd like to get a four spot here and try to go close things out in the top of the 5th on this cold and blustery night. But I'm telling you, since that second inning, Oberlin has just been solid. That one bounces and gets away, and that's going to send Courtright down to 3rd. Thiels doesn't go from 1st there.
You think that's designed, Doug?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so, Chuck.
I was just wondering if they'd working on something to get those split their attention.
No, I just think because you'd like to take the pressure off the force.
I agree with that.
But I just, experience in base running is things that you can only get when you experience base running. And so if there's not opportunities to be out there, maybe you just don't know what's going on. But if Horn here could find a way to reach base, that's going to flip it back over and get to the top of the Warrior lineup.
Yeah.
And that's not a place that's been friendly to anyone the past few years. Steading and looking in. The 3-1 delivery driven right past the diving second baseman, and that's the first varsity base hit for that young man, and that is so good to see. An RBI, and it gets Thiels over to 3rd base, so they switch places there as everyone does, and that's just a big-time base hit for Drew Horn.
See, it was designed in some ways, right?
I guess it was.
Left that middle alley open.
Chuck, you're a genius.
I would try.
An all-time genius.
Just now if I can get the right ticket number.
Right. Logan Markle has it. He has been hit twice tonight. Reached on a base on balls and then was picked off. And we'll see what Coach Brown is out there doing. Discussing things and not sure what they're talking about. Logan Markle stands in there ready to go to work. Runners at first and third. And that's what you like to see. Your 8 and 9 hitter on the bases when you get up to the top of the order. They flip things over. The good piece of hitting there from Horn and an RBI and a base hit.
What's the line of him getting hit on this bat?
He's trying to take it out of that and he's up there hacking. Strike one. Yeah, I believe that would that'd really get him wound up. Markle stands back in there ready to go. And that one goes behind him, though. So he just didn't back up into it. There you see Horn with that base hit and gets on down to second base. Now a base hit from Logan will plate a couple more. Now, it wouldn't, if the Warriors, and we're looking ahead, the Warriors can pick up enough to get above that 10-point margin, that 10-run margin. Still got to come out. Oberlin will get their shot in the top of the fifth. But cold nights like this, early seasons like this, you like to try to go away and get one taken care of. That's why you see the base running and the stolen bases that are on there. Now, there's a lot of work to do in this, but Markle stands in there with 2 down. Again, the bulk of the Warrior runs, I think 6 of their runs have been scored with 2 outs.
I agree.
That one misses down low. And it is 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 down. Warriors with 1 in the first, 6 in the second, nothing in the third. Now 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Just the lone run for Oberlin, top 3. 3-1. Lifted, foul, and it's all full.
I was going to say there's a big gap here between right and center. If he could find a way to kind of push it this way, bloop it over that second baseman's head, I'd put 2 in for sure, I believe.
No, it definitely would. They'll be running on contact without a doubt. As there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. There's the delivery. Bounces away, and the bases will be loaded for Maddox Adelise. Loads them up, and that'll bring the pencil-wielding Maddox Adelise to the plate. The shortstop for the Warriors is
but not after a visit to the plate.
They'll come out and visit just a second. There you get a good look in, and they're going out to the right fielder here. So we'll take this moment to step away. Take a look at what's going on here at 446 Sports when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Back to baseball at the Burn. Here we play bottom of the fourth. Warriors left them loaded back in the first, left 2 on there. It's a lot of base runners on base. You know that Coach Brown is going to have something to discuss about that. But, when you're grinding out the runs, it's just it is, a little Sweet Caroline. You know it's baseball season.
Yes. Baseball, softball,
Sports in general just loves this. I'd love to be in on a piece of the royalties for that song. Maddox Adderley standing in there. You don't know what?
I don't know if they got peas in the royalty. I figured there's probably a little more like cash and not just vegetables.
Taking a look back at this scoreboard that's out here. It says 8-1. Warriors lead this one, bottom 4. Need to find a way still to push a few across here, and you've got the guys up to do it, but there are 2 out. Here's the first offering. It misses down low, ball 1.
As you alluded to before, Doug, or pointed out, most of their scores came on 2 outs.
Indeed. Thought you were going to allude to, once it got the sun down, how much colder it would get out here.
That part has already chilled me to the bones.
Yeah.
My toes are cold, and usually when I get my toes cold, I'm ready to go home.
Right.
But I'm going to stick it out with you.
Up high, 3 balls, no strikes. We just need we need to put some runs across. Oberlin still will have the opportunity to hit in the top of the 5th, but much work to be done here for the Warriors. Throws that one behind him. That's an RBI for Maddox.
And this is what's called station to station?
Indeed it is.
Even though it's kind of weird that, you know, at breaks I take my shoes off and you on my toes to keep them warm for me.
Chuck,
I appreciate that.
Chuck. I apologize to anyone that's listening or those that go back and listen to this. Look, when you go through there and you see it got muted out, that one misses up high to K-Dub. Big time Canyon Wright stands in there, the senior third baseman headed to National Park College up in Arkansas.
I thought he was going to get blasted right in the numbers in the back there for a second.
Twisted in. Look, he's one of those that'll move out of the way because he wants to swing the bat. If there's an opportunity, he's going to take a hack at it. 9-1. The Warriors lead this one in the bottom of the 4th. Swung on and lifted to left down the line. It's going to sink in. 1 run is in. Markle racing around. Maddox is going to try his hand at third. Will slide in. He's safe, and it's a 2 RBI double for big-time Canyon Wright. And you get to that magic number anyway. Still some work to be done.
2 more to go in, Doug. I'm calling it.
All right. This is Brady McDaniel. Brady stands in there, taking over first base duties for Canyon as he made the move across the diamond to third base. But, boy, that was a big, big hit from Canyon. That one misses, and it is ball 1. Runners at second and third, so let's get that runner off of first for your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. 11-1. We play bottom of the 4th. That one lifted and found. The catcher's going to have that, and the Chuck Jenks is on as that'll do it for the Warriors, but not before they pick up 4 runs in this one. After 4, they lead at 11-1, 3 outs and an opportunity to end this thing when we come back. You're watching Grace Christian Warriors baseball on 446 Sports.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
I'll tell you on the
back to baseball. There you go. I think you heard us but didn't see us. So 11-1. Markle back on the hill here. Ball one. Top of the fifth we play. Big 3 outs for the Warriors. If they can get everybody back home in the warmth, if they can get 3 up, 3 down. That one there for strike one. A lot of changes out here. A lot more signage. They're working on a deck, another deck inside. That one. Speaking of inside,
ball like
2.
They had a cooker in there.
They did. That was what was behind where you walked in and paid at the gate.
Yes.
Runner at first now, and that's not how you want to come out in this inning. You like to come out and get that first out.
Of course, sets up for a double play here.
Indeed, it does. But you'd like to go get him. Markle has still shown his wildness tonight,
yes,
but has shown shades of really pumping that fastball in there. Couple of strikeouts, couple of walks in the first, and has had a number of strikeouts. I think he's at 7 now, but has also had a number of walks in this one, and that'll come back to haunt you in some times. But being a good power fastball pitcher allows you to get yourself out of some jams. Runner at first, 0-1 the count here. Nobody down. Second batter of the inning. Warriors lead this one. That one swung on and missed. Good looking fastball there from Markle. Boy, when he's on, he's on.
You mentioned jams, and I have to say this. My wife made some pepper jelly the other day.
Okay.
I see a while back.
Okay.
But she makes this boudin king cake.
That one lifted over to right field, and that's a base hit. And now quickly runners at first and second.
But she makes this boudin king cake, makes the bread herself,
right?
Stuffs it with boudin, and then she smothers it with some of that pepper jelly. Well, we were buying it, but she makes it. I'm telling you, it is good stuff.
Now
and then a little bit of crumbled bacon on top of that. Oh, my goodness.
That one peppered to left field.
Yes.
Runners at first and second here, nobody down. Trying to stay away from talks of food as we missed our pregame meal.
We did. Usually get a burger and fries.
Yeah. Have had steak and potato before even out here.
Right. Pregame.
Mm-hmm. Good-looking pitch in there for the strike. Blustery out here this evening. 54 degrees with a little bit of a breeze. Feels like 50. 50. Ground ball up the middle. Courtright only places first. He's unable to get there, and everybody's safe.
He held on to it, though.
Yeah, if that one gets by him, there's a run that's scored. And that's the thing about Oberlin. There's certainly so much fight left in those guys. They're not going to go quietly.
Definitely not. Tigers usually don't.
Need one of those. It's a little comebacker right back there to Markle. Let him go home to Wells and over to first for a double play.
Yeah.
Ground ball fouled back. Didn't know if Chuck was dancing between innings to the music or just moving to get warm out there. A little of both.
Yeah, well, they've had some pretty decent music on the PA for us tonight.
Logan goes to the windup, stays there, delivers this one up and away, and nobody going anywhere as they've learned about the short backstop. Wells calls timeout, and he'll walk out and talk to Markle just a little bit. Two and one count, so nowhere to put this batters. The bases are loaded. There won't be a Warrior wrap-up tonight as we're going to get out of this cold and get get off, but we will have an interview with Coach Brown after this one's over with, and we'll have it up for you tonight. 3-1 the count for Markle. Walks a run in.
Uh-oh.
Bases stay loaded, nobody out, and maybe one of those times you go in there and get you another guy to get a look at it, but they're letting Logan try to work through this.
So when I said 2 more, Doug, that didn't mean which team I was talking about.
And you didn't mean which inning, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, there's a visit to the mound coming up. Zoom in there, see if we can read the lips.
If not, we'll have that for you later tonight or tomorrow, what was said inside there. Just keep an eye out for that. And we're back. 1 run across already in the top of the 5th. The lefty rocks and fires, and that one is ground foul. I like to cook with that sometimes, Chuck. Sorry about that, buddy. It's
boy.
that one up and away. Nobody going, ball 1. Took you a minute to process that chicken joke, didn't it?
Yes. Soup's on.
Ground foul, he said. Oh, you can't beat fun at the old ball game. This is day 1. We'll see you in May, folks.
Just pecking away at it there.
That one in there for strike 2. No, I shouldn't encourage him.
I'll start reading off the jokes of the day that I have on my board.
1 and 2 delivery here. That one in there for strike 3. Good looking pitch from Logan Markle for the first out of this one. Struck him out just in the nick of time.
Says Nick.
Right? Nick and them an hour into their game. Surely we end ours prior to theirs wrapping up.
That was low for ball 1. As Leslie Nielsen would say in Airplane the movies, surely you can't be serious. Or he was always told that.
That one right down the pipe for strike 1.
I almost pulled out a joke on you yesterday or Saturday.
Please don't.
Because you said to no avail.
That one bounces around still. I know I make them too easy for you sometimes, though.
I didn't know how sharp-witted you would have been to remember the last time I had
I
you
do.
chasing for that one.
I do.
That was just classic.
Still don't know them. Trying to steal home there on the squeeze was on, and that's just a very aggressive play.
Yes.
I guess the had him hacking. That was a pretty late idea on that squeeze, but that runner at third base was just barreling down the line, swung on and missed, held on to by Wells, and that's strikeout number 2 of the inning. That gives him 9 on the day.
I'm thinking somebody didn't get the sign if he swang whenever he was running down the line.
Well, he was bunting, and they were trying to squeeze him is what they were doing.
Oh.
That one misses low. Somewhere there's an English teacher watching this that's saying, did he say swang? That's when John Anderson was calling the games way back when. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, top of the 5th we play. Warriors are going to need to pick up a run if they can get out of it just right here. That bounces there. Good snag by Wells behind the dish. Bases loaded, 11-2. The Warriors lead this one.
2 outs?
2 outs. Lefty Logan Markle has went the distance in this one. Swung through that one, trying to finish things off the way he started. I think that conversation with Coach Brown and them just a minute ago might have had something to it because he has looked sharp since then. Missed that one low, kicked away, but nobody going anywhere. And all of a sudden now, though, Chuck, the runners will be off and going.
Yes. How quickly will that third base runner run, though?
Well, I don't think he'll be going anywhere. It's the runners at first and second really to go. But you got to make sure that guy doesn't take off too early. Logan, let's see if he stays. Nope, he stays wind up. Rocks back and delivers this one. And punched out on strikes. Markle strikes out the side, and that will do it. But Oberlin picks up a run, forces the Warriors to come bat in the bottom of the 5th. They need a run to end this one now. When we come back, you're watching high school baseball, courtesy of our friends at Premier RV and RV Storage.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field here, and they got jokes in the stadium music, playing a little Ice Ice Baby when it's down in the 50s and a blustery, windy night.
Yeah, a little bit early if it's going to get cold, you know.
Right? Goodness gracious.
Sound like some bets going on out here now.
Right? Cooper Courtright stands in there. He's had him a good night, couple of RBI. So you went from Vanilla Ice to the Beastie Boys for the walkout music on Coop. We'll see what he's able to do with it here. Bounces around, ball one. I guess I probably need to take time to clear all of this stuff off, don't I, Chuck?
Sure.
No, that's no ball, no strikes, ball one. Bottom of the 5th we play.
Setting up.
There you go. Everybody's good to go.
Game here now.
We need it. We've had about enough of opening day, my friend. That curveball misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes.
Coop's in one sailing over left field wall would be lovely right here.
He is very patient up there. We'll get deep in the count and we'll work a lot of pitches out of the pitcher. Activity for the Warriors in the bullpen over there if the Warriors don't cash in a run here. But it starts with the leadoff hitter in this inning, Cooper Courtright, getting on base. That's a look at Canyon getting loose over there. You see him. Now back to action we go. That one lifted high and back it into the gap. Center fielder makes a good look at it. But whistling into second base goes Cooper Courtright, and he is having himself a game. Center fielder had a good look at it, but let's get over and take a look. There's Coop. Just put a charge into that one. Nearly taking third base and getting there on that errant throw coming in. And I'm here to tell you, the Warriors will get this run across. They will, if they don't bunt it twice to try to squeeze him and get him around here, I'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And squaring around is Talon. Goes up and takes a hack at it, but misses that one. He'll do it again. I'm telling you, I've been around these battling Warriors for a lot of years, and they are trying their best just to manufacture this final one.
Brown nose, doesn't he?
Indeed, he does. He's working it. Now, good job. The Tigers shortstop goes over there and covers third. As that third baseman is crashing in, because if not, Courtwright goes right there with him. Courtwright, a big lead, and he's off for third as it is, and that one is going to be pushed foul, just foul. Cooper had that base stolen because he had such a good lead on it. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes, and boy, that just it gets you when you're unable to get the bunt down. Yeah. But a good job by the Oberlin Tigers pitcher to go in there and throw those curveballs. That's a difficult pitch to bunt. Ebnett will still, I got to believe, be up there doing it. He's had him a couple of walk-offs last year. He's swinging, lifts it high and back and out of play. He had one in that extra inning affair. It was a doubleheader last year, if I recall correctly. That was a game that, goodness, I think Scott came in and called her. You and Nick, or one of you had it out here that Ebnett had the walk-off. Grounds that one
foul.
Just outside third base. That would have done it right there. See Canyon running to get that one since he was out that way, or maybe he's running to get loose. Nope, he's chasing that foul ball down. Courtwright led off with a double. He's still there at second base. Nobody down. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Staying back on it, and that's a base hit right up the middle. They're going to send Coop, and that's going to do it. Talon Ebnett with the walk-off base hit, just trying to sacrifice him over. That's big-time work by Talon Ebnett, and that, friends, will wrap things up here from Grace Christian, Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. That is going to do it. The Warriors win this one 12-2. Talon Ebnett drives in Cooper Courtwright with following Courtwright's double to lead things off. Talon comes in there with a base hit that has Coop off and going. Chuck, that's going to wrap it up tonight. We will we'll just have an interview. We won't have the post game unless he's looking to come out here right now. I'll tell him that we're going to come up. We'll make sure that we let him know that we're going to come out there and just do a quick interview with him after it's over with. Because of the cold, we're going to start wrapping this up. Yeah. Chuck, been a great one here. Warriors win this one. They walk it off 12-2 in this one and move to 1-0 on the season. Flip over, check out Menard Baseball as they battle St. Mary's tonight, and then we'll see you back this weekend for Alexandria Senior High School baseball. It's been a pleasure. It's baseball season, opening day in the books. For Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.